What's up guys, JV2017 here, and today we're continuing my mod spotlight series where we take a look at the newest, most popular mods that are available on Bethesda.net now for PC and coming soon to consoles. This time we're looking at Build Your Own Vault by darthwayne, which of course allows you to build your very own vault. This mod adds several workshop building menu options that allow you to place vault entrances in a few select settlement locations, go down the elevator, and start building your very own vault piece by piece. It's really cool. I'm just really amazed at the attention to detail and all of the options available. There's tons when you're going piece by piece and snapping everything together to make your own custom layout of a vault. That's something I've always wanted to do. And what I love so much about this mod, this is something that a lot of people have been asking for since launch. You know, it just makes sense that the workshop systems should allow, players to build their own vaults, and all of the vault building pieces already exist around the Commonwealth in this mod. So this addition feels really natural. It's not forced and not out of place. Without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at everything available in this mod. The first sort of step, of course, is to build the entrance in order to get into your vault, and you kind of have a pre-generated vault. We'll go down and look at exactly what that looks like, but you have to choose a settlement. Again, there are a few select locations. I believe the creator is trying to expand that at some point, but right now the options are Red Rocket, Sanctuary Hills, Spectacle Island, Starlight Drive-In, and the Castle. I went ahead and built mine in Sanctuary just for demonstration purposes, and first you have to find the outer rim of the entrance, which is under the special category in the workshop menu. And once you place that down, that option will disappear, and then you'll have the vault elevator option, which you then place inside of the cylinder, and that completes your entrance. If you accidentally scrap one of these, you have to pretty much reload your game or start over, because there's only a 1 limit per settlement. I guess that's just what needs to happen in order to have this work. Once you place that centerpiece, the vault entrance will be completed, and you just have to hop out of workshop mode, go up, and click activate on the vault to enter, and it's just as easy as that. And so once you're down inside, you're going to see that the very beginning looks very similar to what you saw at the very beginning of the game in terms of the way it's built. You even look up and it looks kind of the same. The stairs in the beginning, all of that look exactly the same, which is really cool. And you kind of have this pre-generated vault that you can mess around with, and you can see straight ahead that's kind of a blank canvas where you can start building with your pieces. You start off from that point, but over to the left you'll also have a workbench through this small hallway here. If you decide, hey, I want to go over here and kind of start working through this, then you can do that as well. And you can also store items in there, of course. If you want to transfer a bunch of materials like steel, for example, something you're going to need a ton of, steel and concrete, then you'll need to put that there. All of the new building options are available via the structures and then vault category. There's a new category there with a ton of subcategories within it. We've got small hallways, large hallways, small rooms, large rooms, stairs and bridges, vault doors, door signs, and that's all you'll find in the new category, but there are some other new items that I'll talk about as well. So obviously, within each of these categories, you're going to have to pick some items, and some will snap onto others. It's kind of finicky. You're going to have to mess around with it a little bit, but it's nothing too difficult to handle if you're used to building with the workshop mode. It's pretty much the same in terms of finickiness. Some stuff will kind of fit. Some stuff you'll have to rotate around and make sure that it will fit. But generally, for the most part, there are certain segments that will fit and certain segments that will not fit together. So, for example, if you're building a room, a certain kind of room, either a small room or a large room, you'll need to use the doorway function or the doorway option for that type of room before continuing. So if you're building a large room, build a large doorway, and then you can move on from there and expand, use certain walls for that specific room. If you're trying to attach completely separate segments like a large room and a small hallway, then you have to use the vault sliding door, and that kind of works as the connector piece to make all of this stuff work together. Once you got the hang of it, it really makes sense. There's nothing really to it, but at the beginning I found myself kind of, is this going to work together? Is this going to work together? You just have to figure it out. It doesn't take too long to figure that out. And also something to note is a lot of the options inside of the workshop building menu don't really work inside of the vaults, and they've been removed. Some things aren't even in there when you're inside your vaults, but all decoration objects, furniture, cosmetic, nice looking things like that are still intact. They're still there. The stair and bridge options add a lot of different things you can do with this mod. You can make some really cool inside creations, and I think that darthwayne has a lot of interesting stuff he could also add, and it's a good thing that this mod is still a work in progress. You may be wondering if this whole vault building system works like a legit settlement, and the answer is yes. It operates the same way as a settlement does. You can assign settlers to the elevator above the ground. If you guys noticed at the beginning of the video, there's kind of the little vault boy icon, meaning that yes, you can go to a settler and click command and then go and assign them to the elevator, and they'll kind of teleport and appear below, and it'll work just like a normal settlement. And like all settlements, you will have those resource requirements once your settlers are down there, and you'll have to supply food, which luckily works with the garden plot from Wasteland Workshop. Since there's no dirt in the vaults, that wouldn't really make sense. You can place the garden plots down, place, some food, and then assign a settler, and it works just like a normal settlement. Unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be any kind of water options. I was looking to try to see if there was some way to make this work. It doesn't seem like you can add water the natural way, but you can just grab a bunch of purified water and then bring them down and, put them in the workshop bench. That works the same way, and darthwayne has said that this really is a work in progress mod, so that should be resolved. There should be some kind of water option coming pretty soon. Also on the list of removed kind of items that you can't build down there are generators. You don't have regular generators, they won't work down in the vault. So the modder also added a conduit and fuse box options if you want to use those, and you can just place one fuse box on the wall and that'll pretty much power the entire room just like it does in the vanilla game, and that'll supply a healthy 100 power. It's a lot of power, but it just kind of makes life easier so you're not having to place a bunch of these and worry about connecting stuff. I don't even think you need to use the conduits and string together stuff unless you're making something really complicated down there. All the rest of the resource management requirements like happiness and on and on and on, beds, those work the exact same way. I don't think defense works the same way because I don't think you're going to get attacked underneath the vault. I haven't seen it for myself, but it doesn't seem to make sense there. But generally speaking, things work the exact same way, and so you can fully operate your own vault from underground, and it's really, really cool. I strongly urge you guys to go and check this out. That's really all I have to share with the Build Your Own Vault mod by darthwayne. Link in the description below if you'd like to check it out. It's a crazy fun mod that just makes sense in the game. It feels natural, doesn't feel forced, and if that's your thing, you should definitely check it out. And if you're on consoles and want the mod, once console mods are released, be sure to favorite this mod using the link in the description. You can do it really easily if you sign in to Bethesda.net, so you have this mod in your back pocket ready to go once it's out on Xbox One and PS4. If I had to make a suggestion to improve this mod even further for darthwayne, I would say make some options that really make the rooms huge and wide open. A lot of the vaults in the game already have huge wide open rooms where you can kind of peer through the bottom, kind of multi-level, kind of like that vault where you can buy the Overseer's Guardian. I think that's vault 118, something like that. That would be a really cool option as well. Just more ways to, diversify our layouts of our vaults would be really cool. Before we go, I'd like to hear from you guys. Is this a mod that you're interested in? Building your own vault? Is this kind of a cool idea to you? Is this something you're definitely going to try out? Share all of that in the comment section below. I'd really like to read. Alright guys, today we looked at the Build Your Own Vault mod by darthwayne for Fallout 4, and next time we will cover more Fallout on my channel, so stay tuned for Fallout 4 tips and tricks videos. If you learned something new or enjoyed this video, remember to hit that like button. I would really appreciate it. And don't forget to subscribe for Far Harbor DLC, my survival mode playthrough, Bethesda.net mods, and general tips and tricks videos. Talk to you guys next time. Peace.